watched Wednesday in class called 13th. It looks into the correlation between African Americans and the U.S. prison increase. This was analyzed by many scholars, activists, and political figures, and you can kind of tell why the documentary was called the 13th, since the 13th Constitution of the United States states that neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. So you can kind of see why the documentary was called the 13th and what they were talking about. The purpose of the documentary was to educate people on the growing incarceration population and how the majority of the prison population are African American males. Through statistics and many interviews, the audience is able to see the truth in the matter. It is obvious that many African American males are placed in prison, the most due to unjust laws or wrongful convictions. Or earlier, they were saying that the majority of the population in prison was African Americans due to the 13th law in the Constitution, because it was another way of slavery, but slavery was legal, so prison was kind of like another form of slavery. But something that really stood out to me also that I didn't know before was when they had Kalief Browder, who was wrongfully sentenced. Basically, he was placed in prison because he didn't want to take a plea bargain, so instead he served time for a crime he never committed. And then it surprised me, since most people who are placed under arrest do not go to trial, since it's a longer time, and also if you're found guilty, you have to spend more time in jail, so people take the plea bargains. So even if they're innocent, they end up going to jail for no reason because they don't want to go to trial and get a longer sentence. The documentary was made in more of a semi-formal manner, since they had intelligence scholars and activists talk and conduct interviews. They also archived clips of past presidents, news reports, and photographs and other videos from the past. And I think they did it in more of a semi-formal manner just to make it easier for the audience to follow and understand the topics that they're talking about, just to follow along with what they're saying and how everything correlates together. So they use like less formal words and like grammar and stuff, just to make it easier to follow along with the documentary. Similarly, I think that the documentary was a great medium for the project. Film was a great genre, since we get to see people talking, and filmmakers got to incorporate the archived clips and photos, which really set like more empathy on the subject that they're talking about. It was overall better just to actually see who was talking and being interviewed, and we got to witness the photos that were placed in the videos, as well as the different clips, because then in the end it all kind of tied together and just made the documentary more understandable and easy to follow along. Overall, I think the documentary was a success. It really looked into the reality of the U.S. prison system and the various laws that were made throughout the year that led to the dramatic increase in incarceration rates. It also helped show that we still live in a world where racism and unjust laws are still affecting our society.